Inquiry into the Sputnik V vaccine controversy as we learned today that the middlemen who failed to deliver the promised vaccines have now terminated the contract. Also, tonight, the police have launched a nationwide search for Western Regional Chief who disappeared following threats to assassinate him. We have the latest from this fast developing story.
And therefore, Nana Dakwa Bidiako, he will eliminate him within 5 days. If anybody here that Nana Jasere has passed away, it is him, Kaka, who has done it.
This is Top Story with Evans Mensah.
And Top Story is always brought to you by Gasim Cement, the Nation Builder. It's also brought to you by Vodafone. Together we can. It is imagined tonight that the Health Minister ignored the advice of the Attorney General to seek parliamentary approval for the controversial contract for the supply of Sputnik V vaccines. That's a story we're going to be bringing you details of very shortly. But there's a developing story that has come through in the last hour, breaking in the central region, that I want to take you to now first before we come to our main story today. And it has to do with the police launching a nationwide search for a Western Regional Chief who disappeared following threats to assassinate him. We have the latest on this fast developing story for you tonight. And I want to go live now to my colleague, the Western Regional Correspondent, Natalia, who is all over this for us tonight with the very latest on this. Ina, so this chief, who is he and when did he disappear?
Yes, Evan. So he's the Jason Hine for the Apinto Divisional Council in Takwa. He happens to be one of the Tobinco brothers. So this chief, yesterday around 7 p.m., his driver went and found his vehicle parked in front of Abbey National in Takwa with his two phones in the car and then the key in the ignition, and the chief was nowhere to be found. So we have been speaking to the Achiamehene and Nana Kwabna Obo the second. Let's take a listen to what he says.
On last week Sunday, I'm in my house at Abuja when a call from one Kaka, who is the nephew of the Pintohine, called me, gave me a serious warning that Nana Jasehine, who is the Apinto Jasehine, is worrying him, disturbing him in his business, and therefore Nana Dakwa Bidiako, he will eliminate him within 5 days. If anybody here that Nana Jasehine has passed away, it is him, Kaka, who has done it. So I kept it for myself. I and Nana Abuchi went to the palace to meet his uncle, who is the Apintohine, and I called Kaka back. I told him to repeat the statement that he told me on phone. And he made categorical statement repeating the same words that he told me. Before his uncle, the uncle tried calling him twice, Kaka, Kaka. He bangs the phone on his uncle.
So these are the details of the threats to assassinate this very prominent chief in the Western region. We now know that he's gone missing. Tell me, Ina, this obviously was reported to the police.
Sure, Evan. So the police have confirmed that indeed the Jason together with their Chiamehene on Sunday reported this threat to them. They had invited the young man in question, Kakra, to the police station for further investigation, which he confirmed that yes, he did say that, but it was on a lighter note. They also called other witnesses to come and confirm the issue, and they did confirm. The police has been sticking to this. Evans, let's take a listen to what they said.
And it's
It's true that Nana Jassy is missing and we are looking for him. This report came to me at night around 8 o'clock when I heard that they were looking for him. Details show that yesterday we saw the next car parked in front of Abbey National. Since then, we haven't seen him, and the person who saw the car is his own driver, Parkwisi. He was the one who saw that Nane's car was parked. Nane's phones were in the car. The car keys were in the car, but he couldn't find Nana. So he made a call to some of the elders. So after speaking to some of them that he couldn't find Nana, the driver drove the car home. It was later when Nana Poku and the driver called Parkwisi went to the police station to make a report in the afternoon. In English language, they say every issue has its issue and its remote causes. The remote cause of this issue is that on Sunday, Nana Jassy made a case against a man called Kakra.
Thankfully, I've just been joined right now by Benjamin Kessie, who is the municipal chief executive for Takwa and Swayam. He's also the chairman for the MUSEC there. He's the chairman of the Municipal Security Council. Mr. Kessie, thank you for your time here on Top Story.
Thank you for having me, and good evening.
I mean, the facts of this case, as you're learning, are pretty fascinating and disturbing. Nana was threatened on Sunday. This individual who did the threatening was invited by the police, I think, on Tuesday. And then after he's been cautioned, he was let go. Then just yesterday, Nana goes missing. Is that the brief you've also been received?
Thank you once again. Good evening to your listeners and your viewers. That Kakra, that is how he's called here, but he's Isaac Blay. His real name is Isaac Blay, but he's a twin. He's Kakra. So he threatened the Apinto Jasihine Nana Adakwa Bediako that he will kill him, and he gives him 5 days. He will kill him within 5 days. So he reported the matter to police, and then the police invited the Kakra and cautioned him and granted him bail. And just yesterday, as we speak, we have not found Nana. So the police is on the search. But I just gathered that the police is making a headway. In fact, the entire security agencies. Today, I had to even meet Mensah on this matter. And then I can say that we should be calm. The police is on course. I mean, the security agencies are on course, and we are likely to hear the good news that nothing untoward has happened to our kin.
So is there a suggestion there from all the intelligence and the briefings you've been getting from the police that Nana may be alive?
Very well, very well. I just met the BNI, and I'm even on my way out from the divisional commander's office, and I'm sure Nana will be safe. Nana will be safe. So everybody should be calm. We should only pray that he comes for us to see him physically safe.
So the BNI says he's alive?
That is what I gather. That is what I gather. That from their search, they can confirm that Nana is alive.
Has he been kidnapped?
I cannot tell. In fact, I am not an expert. But what I know is that he's mixing. If the police confirms that he's kidnapped, so be it.
I'm asking because, I mean, the BNI says they obviously have located him, right? They know he's alive, but they haven't produced him yet. And so it begs the question, what is holding, what's the difficulty?
I'm here to hear that. I want the police to make that a frantic statement. What we know here is that he's mixing. And we also know that he was threatened and that within 5 days, he will be dealt with. He will be killed. So if that is the cause of or the reason for somebody to say that is kidnapped, fine. But as we speak, he's missing. We've not found him for the past 2 days.
I mean, he hasn't been found for the past 2 days, but in the last few minutes, the BNI briefs you that they have located him and he's alive.
And not that they have located him. What they tell me is that from their search, and they assured me that Nana is not known to what has happened to him, and it is possible that Nana will come back safely. That's what they told me.
I mean, that initially it sounded very assuring, but there's a possibility that, I mean, what they've told you is that you can expect that he's going to be found alive, and that as of now,
that is what the security told me, and I want to believe that they are on course, and Nana should be safe.
This individual who threatened him, has he been relocated? Has he been found? Has he back in police custody?
Yes, I'm told he's in the custody of the police.
Was he arrested today?
Yes, today.
Has he said anything? Has he said anything about whereabouts of Nana?
In fact, the police had earlier taken his statement. That is when he was threatened initially. The police had taken his statement and granted him bail. But the second arrest, they have not told me anything. What they tell me is that they just got him, and they are still investigating. But they have not told me what he told them.
And yourself, from everything you're getting, and I know this has become a big issue for in the Western, because Nana is pretty prominent. That's Dr. Nana Dankwa Bediako the third. What do we know of him? Who is he, by the way?
In fact, we know him as one of the hard-working chiefs in the area. In fact, the where he serves as a chief is a divisional area called the Apinto divisional area. In fact, they contain the Goldfish concession, the entire Goldfish concession, and the Anglo-Gold concession. So it's a typical mining traditional area. And this man has been so forthcoming. He has been able to, as it were, make Apinto so organized. Apinto is all over, and in fact, his instrumentality cannot be downplayed. So he's very active. You know, without prejudice to anything. He's learned. He's a doctor, a lecturer, of course. So you can imagine when he blends that with tradition. So he's so active. He's functioning very well. And anytime as MC, anytime there's an engagement between the mine and the community, this man will be present and he will offer the suggestions that will be good for the people we serve. So he's been very active, and I know him on that front, that he's always present. He makes sure he attends every community program, especially when it is between the mine and the catchment communities. This man will be there to straighten.
I mean, it begs the question, does it not? I mean, why would anybody want to harm somebody like that?
That is for the Isaac Blay man to say, or the Kakra guy. That is for him, because they are all from Awudia. The Kakra guy is also from Awudia, but he's a royal. So it is for him to say. But what the police is hinted is that the Kakra guy is saying that the Apinto Jasihene is threatening his livelihood. That's what the police tells me, that he's threatening his livelihood. And if he doesn't stop, he will kill him.
Well, I'm grateful. All the best in this search. And I know you're getting briefings on this. The only hope is that indeed, as the security services have assured, that they will find him alive and no harm will come to him. I'm pretty sure that's your hope as well. And we wish you well in this endeavor. And you heard there. That's the MCE for Takwang Shoaim, and tonight there's a nationwide search for a prominent chief in the Western region, Dr. Nana Adakwa Bediako the third, who has gone missing following a threat to assassinate him. As we've just been learning from the chairman of the Municipal Security Council, the security services, both the police, and of course the what used to be the BNI, have all assured him that they may have some good news and that Nana isn't dead and that.